today, because I can't even get, like, this isn't even my normal voice. Like, this is actually lower than my normal speaking voice. Probably the highest voice, probably Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty was pretty high, and really soft and flowery. And there's no way I could do it right now. What else is high? You are in Rosario Plus Vampire. She's pretty high too. There's a couple of them, and for me, I guess because my register is normally so high, Colleen pointed out to me the other day, like, anytime I would mess up a take and have to do something again, I automatically go higher. And I don't mean to, so it's like I'll start here, blah, 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 blah. And so finally she's like, oh my God, dogs are crying. Can we bring it back down? Totally. But yeah, I'd say Hello Kitty was probably the highest. And I would totally demonstrate if I could do that. Maybe tomorrow. I keep thinking maybe the next day I'll be able to. Hopefully. Let me get this stomach here. Yes. I can't sing. Not right now. Did you have another part of that question? Or just... Oh, the regular. I did it earlier. I'll do it again, but I have to do it quietly because I have like no voice. So here you go. You ready? And I cover the microphone so it's not directly in your microphone. It's usually really loud and obnoxious, but I guess that is something that kind of hurt after a while. There was a couple of those where I would do the laugh and like start hacking. Just because it kind of gets in the back of your throat. It was fun. But yeah, I do sing. I used to do a lot of musical theater. The problem is that my singing voice, I'm actually more comfortable as an alto. And I sing everything as a soprano in anime because all of my characters are really high voice characters. So it's been tricky. The worst was, not the worst, the hardest was actually Hello Kitty, where I had to do that super high voice and they had me sing the opening and closing themes. I can't even do it right now, like really, really, really high-pitched voice, and it was like me sitting there going, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. But yeah, the singing stuff's fun. That's always fun. I've got some singing stuff to do when I get home. Hopefully I will sound better than I do now. Oh my goodness, eye patch.
Do you remember the first anime you ever saw?
The first anime I ever saw? Dragon Ball. I told the story that my family was from Spain, and so we would go visit my grandparents overseas, and my brother didn't speak Spanish very well, so I would have to get up with him and translate in all the different voices. I was saying yesterday that there was two things that I didn't want to follow me to the United States. Macarena and Dragon Ball. And the next summer, both of them hit. I was like, oh no! But I actually enjoyed it, and what I liked about Dragon Ball is I got my brother into anime, and then from there he started bringing home stuff like Akira and Ghost in the Shell, and I was like, okay, I can get behind this stuff. Little did I know that, 10, 12, more than that years later, I would be a part of Dragon Ball Z Kai. I've kind of come full circle. But yeah, that Dragon Ball was actually the first one I saw. I mean, that I knew was anime. I've seen, Voltron and Sailor Moon and Speed Racer. I was a Speed Grapper, that would have been bad as a kid. Speed Racer, but I didn't know at the time, I had no idea that those were anime. And it wasn't until later that I even knew that Sailor Moon was an anime. Because at the time I was like, that's just a really cool cartoon. And I didn't think about who did the voices or anything, so it's fun now as a voice actor, you actually think about that stuff. And so I go back and look up who these people are. Or you go back and go, oh my God, that's terrible. It's like all these shows that you loved as a kid that you thought were so awesome. You go back and watch now and go, wow, these voices bad. They've come a long way. But yeah, Dragon Ball is my first. This guy, was chasing me on the skating rink and fell on top of me and ended up breaking my arm. Funny thing is, fast forward to high school, and this guy went to a different high school still nearby, but I was watching the news one night, and there was this kid that had killed his parents and stuck them in the trunk of the car and had a party. It was that guy. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So that was the worst injury in the sense that that guy is in jail forever. And I like to think it's for breaking my arm. Stupid douchebag. Yes. My favorite Pokemon is Snorlax. Yes. Oh, do I actually watch it? A lot of them I do. Some of them I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think we all know there are good and bad anime. And I love most of what I do, and I certainly love my characters. But there's some that it's like once I've recorded it, I'm like, I'm done. And then there are others that like as soon as it's over, I want to watch it. Like, I'm dying. I'm dying to watch Princess Jellyfish because I've only seen what I've done. I haven't seen the rest of the show. And that's usually why you want to watch it afterwards. Is because when you go in, you're only working on your scenes. So like to me, I want to fill in those holes. I want to see the rest of it. What's happening to everybody else. Yes.
Have you ever seen the musical Rent?
Rent? Oh, Rent was one of my favorites. How could I forget Rent? I slept outside with Christopher Patton. He and I slept outside the theater to go see Rent because they were doing the $20 tickets for the first 2 rows. I also auditioned for Rent and got into like the callbacks for Maureen.
Oh, you would be an awesome one.
Thank you. I think so too. Shame they didn't cast me. My favorite anime, I just said it earlier. I just said it now. I think all I can do is darker than black. That's not it. It's not darker than black. Oh my gosh. Perfect Blue. Is that right?
Perfect Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, oh my gosh. It just totally it threw out the stalker and then yay and then oh okay. Yes, back there.
What's your favorite mythical creature?
My what?
Your mythical creature.
Mythical creature. A unicorn. Huh? Oh yeah, I didn't even notice you have a little horn. All right, how much time do you have? Do I have time for like a couple more? 5 minutes. All right, so let's do lightning round. Woo, yes. Now they're bigger, so not so much. They used to be really tiny, and yes. Yes. I haven't watched that. It's like the same movie. I need to, and I used to be a ballerina, so I need to watch it. Yes. Who's my favorite? Oh, my favorite voice actor to work with. Well, whenever the Boo Together, I guess as a director, one of my favorite voice actors to work with was, gosh, there's so many that are good. Well, I like Chris Abbott because he'll just make stuff up, so that's always fun. Well, as a voice actor, I love working with Colleen because she's my best friend, so I can get away with anything. I can pick my nose and that's totally fine. It's so hard because so many of them are so good, and it's always such a good time. Like, it's just so much fun. Anybody else? Yes.
What's your thoughts on Yukari?
Oh, I love Yukari. Yukari's so fun. She's fun. She's this crazy little witch. She's probably a couple years younger than everybody else, but totally precious. And she's probably going to annoy a lot of people, but I adore her. I think she's awesome, and she's loud, and she's obnoxious, and I love it. Anybody else? Yes.
What color is Michael Jackson?
Oh, Michael Jackson is black and white. Black and white. But yeah, he's black and white. Yeah, it's really good. It's like in Dallas, like I had a couple of friends who were like, "That's so racist." I was like, "Really?" Because all my black friends think it's funny. Yeah, he's Michael Jackson, and he's awesome. I just don't call him Michael Jackson, and then people are like, "Why did you name your cat Michael Jackson?" I'm like, "Because it was gonna be my face." Oh, never mind. Dick. And Jackson, the only thing I feel bad about is now that Jackson is like a popular kid's name. So like I'll meet people at conventions. I'm like, "What's your name?" Jackson. Oh, that's my. Jackson. I don't really